Franklin from Albans and Albans School of Music, and I'm looking at a new type of guitar created by a local luthier. It's Shoma Guitars, and it's a very, very fine hand-built instrument, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a play and we'll see what comes out of it. Nice sort of deeper clear tones. Nice crystal sound, good cut, quite pure. Quite a nice crystal transference of tonalities as we move up the neck. Very nice. Very balanced sound with quite a good cut through. Very nice guitar indeed. Let's try some more percussive rhythms to see how the percussive sound fires up. Well, do different types of attack. Use my thumb, we can get quite a nice sort of rounder sound. Of course, like all new strings, they're a bit squeaky. The squeak takes a week or so to get out of the strings. Now let's try using the nail. Variation of dynamics. So nice soft sounds, but very clear. quite loud, so it projects well. So we're getting a good cut. It's also got enough treble in it for blues type guitar, and which is a good thing. Craftsmanship is of a very high order indeed. We've got some very detailed bindings, and along the back a very attractive lining up of grain, of course, and a very nice and attractive band in the middle there. As you can see, the grain has been beautifully matched and very nicely coloured. So we've got high quality presentation. It's a solid guitar, which is no small achievement to be able to craft one. The headstock has a little volute at the back to add strength, because the headstocks of guitars, of course, can have notorious accidents when they bang against something, so that adds strength. All in all, a very nice and high quality guitar. It's quite a pleasure to play. Now, of course, as a professional musician guitar teacher for the last 30 years, St Albans Guitar School and playing gigs across Melbourne, I've played many types of guitars. Gibsons, Martins, Taylors, quite a variety, Yamahas, and played many fine instruments. It's always good when you get a chance to try something that's a little bit more individual and unique, because most of us would like to feel we've got access to some sort of signature sound or something that sets us a little bit apart from the pack. And this guitar has got a nice balance of voices, because different manufacturers often tailor their guitars to a particular sound. So if you buy a Taylor guitar, you're going to get a fairly clear, transparent sound. If you buy a Martin, you're going to get a more mid-rangey sound. You buy a Gibson, you're going to get a lot of bottom end traditionally in the larger sorts of guitars. This guitar's kind of got a very even frequency spread across the whole tonality, and lots of students also bring guitars in, and I'll play their guitars and tune them for them or teach them on those instruments. And it's a good balance. The neck is not what you'd call meaty, but it's a good C profile neck, which is easy to get the hand across. Fretboard width is not as wide as some, and that's a good thing, because you can get your hand around it. It's a good one-size-fits-all width of neck. The fretboard, you probably can't see it from there, but the fretboard is a very solid piece, and it's quite thick and it's high quality. Some fretboards are very thin, and the disadvantage of that, of course, is that over years with fret wear and pulling frets out, you don't have as much fretboard to correct in the life history of the guitar. But also the combination of woods with the fretboard and the back of the neck form a sturdier marriage of woods once they're glued together, so that should mean better neck stability. Now, when we've got solid woods as opposed to laminates, which is what you get in many acoustics now, solid woods age. So as you own a guitar like this for a number of years, the tone of the guitar actually alters and becomes even sweeter. Now, that can't happen with laminated wood guitars, because laminates don't age. So hence the scramble for people to buy 1940s or 50s or 60s acoustic guitars that are well made or made of solid woods, because scientific tests have shown that the molecular density of the wood actually alters through playing over years, and the harmonic structure of the wood and its tonalities are altered for the better over the years as we play a guitar. So we do want to play the guitar once we get it, to get a sound that's going to only get better and sweeter as time goes on. a lot of good cut, quite bright. But I'm using a fairly hard attack on those notes. And as I was explaining before, you get a lot of sounds softer. Now the action's been well thought out on this one. You can buy acoustics and find that there's quite a harder aspect to playing them further up the neck, because the necks are cambered to really cover playing mostly in the first 5 frets, but this actually has quite a comfy action all the way up the neck. So we can play further up the neck. So that's quite comfortable to play, and the size of the body is not one of the largest dreadnought size. It's a good size for tone projection, but also comfort, because you can get your arm across it quite well and be comfortable. And if you can't be comfortable playing your guitar, a gig is going to become a very wearing thing indeed. Yeah, get quite a delicate sound out of it too. Artificial harmonics. Harmonics on the guitar are very clear, and that's a really nice thing.